So I've been working with Crowdsourcing Week for about 18 months now. And when I say I'm working with Crowdsourcing Week, usually the questions are, crowdsourcing what, where, how? You're in Singapore, your team is in Singapore, you're in the US, how do you do it? How do you meet your team? So there's lots of questions. So I thought we'll take this opportunity to talk a little bit about our company, our culture, how we work remotely and have produced 5 summits across the world, and we're into our second week-long conference in Singapore. So just a little insider information, and I'm going to share some of the tools we use to work remotely. And I'd love your feedback, and maybe if you don't have time for questions and interaction right now, but feel free to catch me later on. So first thing, like company culture, I think this is something we've worked very hard at Crowdsourcing Week to develop, because since we're all over, we meet a couple of times a year, but it's important to instill some sort of basic rules about where we want this company to go. And I think we've worked very hard, and we're very proud of the culture we've instilled at Crowdsourcing Week here. We all want a positive workplace. 88% per the study by net impact. And that's crucial. We want to be happy where we are working. Today's workforce is concerned about the world. It makes a big difference to me that my work is impactful, that I'm making a difference, making something better. And that's one thing that has brought us all together at our company here. 90% of the millennial generation want a fun, social workplace. It's not the same 9 to 5. We want our work to be an extension of our lives. Now we're not always. Life and work have to be fun, have to be enjoyable. It's not standalone. So a little bit about our team, where we're located. So we're spread across 3 continents. Brianna is sort of floating because she's traveling so much. Last year, she's been, globe-trotting. So we all decided maybe she's still undecided where she's going to be. So we're across the world, and it's fun. It's been a great journey so far. We have so much. We bring in different values, different cultures, and different ideas. So it's a diverse team. Asian American. European influences. We've lived in over 10 countries, speak a bunch of languages, and visited over 60 countries. So we are very proud of our global exposure and perspective. We thrive in that. So how do we work remotely? How across time zones? What are some of the tools we use? And how have we developed this culture? So first things, whenever we're trying to set up a meeting and we have weekly meetings, first things we have to do is basically set a time. And this may not be something a lot of you use if you're not working across time zones. We use this a lot. So if you have a meeting at a particular time in a certain city, you can use time and date to find all the relevant times in cities around the world. It's been a lifesaver. So this is something we all use. And then, where do we work from? Where are we today? We all work remotely. Sometimes it's a beach in Bali. Sometimes it's your home office. Sometimes it's a co-working space. It's fun, and we've embraced that. The other tool that everybody saw today that we used was Google Hangout. And this has been phenomenal in bringing the whole team together a couple of times a week. We can see each other, we can screen share, we can share links, we can chat, and it's just great to bring us all together despite we're not in the same location, we don't see each other. And it's very important to us because since we physically meet each other a couple of times a year, I remember at last year's conference, half of the team was meeting for the first time, and we've been working on the conference about 8 months before. So this is very important to us. The next thing that we do as a project management tool that we use is Asana. Show of hands, how many people have used Asana here or know how it works? It's a great tool. And it allows you to have your different projects that you're working on. You have, it has a very good calendar integration, so you can set deadlines, and the calendars can notify you and notify your team members of upcoming deadlines. It is integrated with Google Docs, another thing that we use very frequently. So everything is in one place, and this eliminates email because we're not talking on the phone so much. We're using a lot of electronic communication, so we don't want to be bombarded with email, and our email boxes fill up, and then we get this quota warning. So this is a great tool to use. And Asana is coming up with a lot of apps and a lot of integration with other software, so it's great. Documents, we use Google Drive. I'm sure many of you use it, and there's lots of, Google Docs has a lot of APIs and add-ons that not many of us use. So I've recently come across many that are useful, like track changes and things. Signed documents or contracts, we use HelloSign. If you don't have access to a scanner all the time, this is a great tool to sign agreements and contracts. Email, we use something called Boomerang, which is an automated, or which is an add-on to Gmail that you can set for reminders or follow-up emails. So you can set up your email. If you want to email somebody at a certain time, you can set it up and boomerang it, and it will do its thing. Profiles. Reportive is another thing that is integrated with Gmail that allows you to see the profiles of the team, people you're emailing. So you have a LinkedIn, you have a Twitter. So it makes it easy for you to communicate. You have everything you want to know about the contact right in your window there. Text, WhatsApp. We love WhatsApp. We love it. In fact, right now, even at the conference while we're organizing, WhatsApp is a great tool for obviously individual text messaging, but it's a great group text tool as well. And in this conference, our team members are downstairs, are here, so we use WhatsApp to kind of like radio talking over here for the conference preparation and coordination. So these are some of the tools that immediately came to my mind that I wanted to share. And these are all free, and they're great because you don't have to pay for international text messaging if your team is all over the world. And it's just it's good to think about how these tools can be integrated into your work life today. So a little bit about our company culture. Because we're remote, we need to make sure that we're all on the same page and have the same goals. We work hard. We make sure that our efforts are good and we achieve our goals. Open communication, we have to be, it's a given. We have to do that, otherwise it's just a mess. And we thrive in the whole crowdsourcing, kind of walk the talk. We thrive in everybody contributing. We take ownership in our company. Everybody values their input, and that's something that we really go for. Diversity, respect for all our different cultures and backgrounds. Take ownership of the task at hand, ownership of the company. It's something that's ingrained. We play harder. We work hard, but play harder. We take family company retreats where we all get together and we have fun, and we also brainstorm and plan ahead for the future. So all of this has been really critical in our growth, our small team, bringing us all together. And I'd love to hear what you have experienced if you've worked remotely and what tools you've used in your work. So feel free to catch me, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.